Good morning. Thanks for watching my videos. I really appreciate you being here and me not being here so I can be teaching my students. I'm sure they're really excited that they didn't have a sub and had to keep learning today. Um, I want to show you a couple of things. I want to show you some statistics on the website, and I want to give you some information from another teacher at my school doing the same thing about what happened when we had snow days last week. It was the week of, let's see, I think we missed school February 1st and February 2nd. First off, let me show you some statistics on the use of the website, daily use of the website, and how many people visit the website. So with Weebly, I can just hit the stats key here, stats button, and I can see how many people have accessed my website. Now I'm going to go to unique visitors just in case there's that one person that's visiting several times. So I'm going to use the area capture to bring it in here. And like I was saying earlier, the snow days, I think I had about 136 hits on the first snow day, and I had over 140 on the second one. And this was actually the day we were back at school. Looks like I had maybe about 120 or something that day. I can't really tell. Now, this was yesterday, and what I can do here, I can actually look. If I had 111 hits yesterday on the website. Let me tell you what I did last night for homework, and what I started doing in my classes is, sometimes you run out of time in class, or maybe there's that problem or topic that you've talked about so many times that you just can't bear to do it again. So I use a recording. I record on YouTube. I did this yesterday after school. Our school ends at 2:32, and I was in my car on the way home at about 3:05. So it didn't even take me this long in here because I had students in my room who were working and coming in and asking questions. So it only took me maybe about 15 to 20 minutes to do this recording. Not the one that you're watching now, but the recording that I put on my YouTube site last night for my students. So for my geometry students yesterday, we ran out of time in class. So I wanted them to still try the homework, but they weren't, we hadn't gone over enough examples yet. So what I did was I made a recording of area of a regular polygon. Now, I'd like to say that I did this on purpose in terms of making a mistake, but I didn't make the mistake on purpose. But one of my students emailed me last night and noticed that I had made a mistake in the second problem. So what I did was I added in here that there's a mistake. I put it in the description that there's a mistake in the second problem, and if they find it, I give them extra credit. Like I said, I'd like to say I did that on purpose, and I will maybe start doing that on purpose later. But that brings me up to two points here. One is that these recordings are really difficult to do, and for me, because I like things to be perfect. And I don't know if you remember, but they're tape recorders. You could actually rewind and tape over it, and you can't do that with the recordings that I'm making. So if I mess up at the end, I have two choices. One, I can pretend like I did it on purpose, or two is to go back and redo the whole thing. Now, I don't necessarily pretend like I did it on purpose, but I'm just saying, like in this case, I had kids in and out of my room while I was doing this problem at the board, and so I messed up the second problem. And so what I decided to do after the student emailed me was just to say that, hey guys, you know what, there's a mistake, and if you catch it, and I'll give you some extra credit for it. So I think it works out to my advantage, and it's a hook to get kids to look at the video. Now, I can see here, I don't know if you can see this, but I can see how many views my different videos have received also. It's not like the person that falls in the fountain. I mean, it's not a video like that, but I do have some views. 12 views are the ones from yesterday, 25 views, 29 views. These were ones that I used for pre-calculus the other day also. And then these were recordings that I left for my calculus class when I was absent. So it's pretty neat, and there's just so many other ways that you can use these, and I just think it's a great tool for our students. Now, I wanted to mention the other teacher at my school, another math teacher, and he told me that over the snow days, he told the kids, because we knew that the snow was coming, or actually in this case it was ice that was coming, so he told his students to check the website for an assignment. And he said that over those days he had students email him, he had students text his wife, because his wife is a teacher at our school too. I'm going to pull up his website here. So they texted his wife and they emailed him, and I think he said he had about 50% of his students came in after 2 snow days. They came in with the assignment done. So I think that's a great thing for kids. Now I know, like in this time when we had the ice, I actually lost power at my house, so that does become an issue. However, what we've thought about to get around that is to say, okay, everybody, you can't necessarily learn this by reading it on your own or by watching a YouTube video. We're not saying that we're going to sit back and do nothing and let the kids do it all on their own, but what we do say is that we want them to try it on their own, and then when they come in with questions. And what we talked about with the snow days is maybe saying, okay, the assignment's going to be posted, but if for whatever reason you can't access that, then it's not necessarily due the very day we return, but it'll be due the next day that we get back. So it's just a way to keep continuity going. We've missed 8 days of school so far, so it's really something that we would like our school to think about in terms of calamity days, and making these times up instead of coming in is to have the kids use the website. I mean, it's that's just what we would like to happen. Like, a few of us here, I don't know if that will ever come to fruition, but it would be really neat to even think about it. So in conclusion, I challenge you to try something new. Try something new. Learn from your students. That's where I've learned more than half of everything that you've seen today is from my students or my 10-year-old son. I'm not embarrassed to say that at all. I think it's great. And they're the ones that are good at this stuff, and I usually ask them first before I call our technology guys, but don't tell the technology guys I said that. So anyway, I hope you had a great day, and I hope that you're learning a lot from the conference. Feel free to check out my website and send me an email if you have any questions. I'm also, if anybody wants to come and observe in my classroom or at my school, our principal's always open to that. So if you have any questions or if you'd like to come observe, please contact me. Thanks.